Hello, and welcome to Powered Casual Presents the Hellscape Navigators.
Pew,
Um,
pew, 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 pew.
we are back for a week. Um,
Right after this break.
right after this break, we're going to run ads. We were just talking about running ads on the channel and how that is a button that I have as a Twitch streamer.
We
A
are going to completely
gratuitous
sell
number
out.
of ads. Yeah, way too many ads.
Like if I got more kickback from it, by more I mean any, then I would do it.
Right.
But alas, this is that Gem Hammer ad though. That's a real ad. Definitely do go check out our friends at Gem Hammer and Sons Gaming, and get yourself some sweet D&D supplies that you can use in your home game. Dice, decks
Are
of
we gonna
cards,
use 'em?
books. I mean, we may. This is the deck of plunder, which is basically a random loot generator. So
Sick.
this is very likely to get some pretty good use if you actually kill something. Or you could
We
do
have more
like
shopping to do.
you could do like you did in Avernus and avoid most of the combat and rewards of the campaign. So there is
Yeah.
that as well.
I mean,
I kill
who's safe?
Naoma. I
Whoa.
attack
Doesn't have any
Naoma.
good loot.
Shit.
Like you
Yeah,
guys,
you're
you
gonna be
guys,
very disappointed.
you guys could have walked out of hell with like a staff that controls devils. Like, I mean,
A lot of good that would have done us in Chult.
hey, you never know when you're gonna run into a devil.
Hey, if it's got a devil name, you just get the name of a devil and then you can bring it up.
Come here.
Get that
I
I
true
kill
name.
you.
But
True name of the devil.
yeah, we're back for this week of sweet D&D. Had to take a couple weeks off between work and vacations, and life steadily getting somewhat back to normal. Which is weird.
Who does that?
That's one of
Fine,
it-
normal.
well, the thing is, it's one of the reasons why we were able to keep this campaign so consistent for so long is that none of us literally had anywhere to go on Monday nights.
We weren't allowed to go anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, so no excuse unless one of us was like legit exhausted. So now that we're able to like do things and go on trips or are just buried by work, which is, I guess, fun. We had to take a couple breaks off, but we're back. We're ready to go. To sum up what you guys did 3 weeks ago at this point by the calendar, you got in an argument about hiring a guide.
That doesn't sound like us.
And
happens.
through the intercession of Gilda, the artificer, you ended up hiring that guide anyway, but with a binding contract.
We got it in writing.
Thank
got
God
it
for
in
Gilda.
writing.
Mm.
Written by one who apparently resides in hell part-time. So, yeah.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of which, because of work, we're down one Alyssa tonight. We miss you.
she's back in hell.
She's back in hell.
Please come back
Quite-
and save
quite
us from
literally.
ourselves.
Yeah, back in hell. Retail.
Retail hell.
It's all right. She's gonna come back after the break next week and have a whole new mess to fix.
Oh,
A
probably.
whole
Yeah.
new
No, just-
A
mess.
whole
So
new
this-
argument to break up. We
Show-
will still be in the same place.
Maybe.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe. We did end the last session with you guys on the precipice of leaving town. You haven't actually left town yet. So legit, if there is more shopping you want to do, if there is some last minute supplies or anything that you think you're going to need for the trip, legit, that is a thing that you can definitely still do.
Can I kill a villager for loot?
Physically, yes. That is something that is within your ability to do. However, it's illegal. It's murder, one of the worst crimes.
What if they have something I want and they won't give it to me?
Still those things.
Still legal. I too watched Guardians of the Galaxy recently.
It's very good.
Did my like 4th or 5th MCU rewatch since they put Timeline View up on Disney Plus.
Or
So-
is it?
So Disney,
It's a lot of movies.
If you're interested in sponsoring us, we're ready.
Hmm.
Yeah. Right
And
after this
willing-
commercial, Blake.
I will accept any Captain America merch.
Spider-Man.
We're all also accepting Supergiant Games.
Yeah.
Sponsorships?
Super
That's
Giant.
right.
If you, everybody here loves Hades. If you wanna,
We'll
hook us
talk
up
about
with Hades, we were more than happy to talk about Hades constantly. Anyone else who wants to sponsor us? Really, anybody.
We'll fall in love with anything.
Yeah.
I can chill anything.
Yeah.
We'll do commercials every 5 minutes.
Like,
if you
yeah,
want.
I've been watching the Olympics on broadcast TV. Like, a round of water polo got interrupted 6 times in a quarter. Like,
What?
Oh my god, that's so bad.
it's like,
Yep.
it's a shame. America won.
That's how it
though,
rolls.
So
Who cares about polo?
I do care about water polo though. In polo, the horses are doing most of the work. Water polo, though, yeah.
Just,
Just add the danger of drowning.
Yes.
that's what we're really doing.
Yes.
We're waiting for someone to drown.
My question has always been, do they ride the horses in the water?
Sometimes. Depends on the rules.
No, they ride seahorses.
Yeah, if they're doing Australian rules, it's seahorses.
That makes
Yeah.
more sense. Seahorses are very big down there.
They are. Yeah.
Yep.
Everything's bigger in Australia.
Hmm.
It's like the Texas of the world.
Yeah. World's only country continent, so. Australia, if you would like to sponsor.
We will gladly
Travel Australia.
Australia. It's like the Australia of countries.
Accurate.
We will
Have you
gladly
ever wanted a
accept payments
continent be
in
your
koalas.
country?
Yeah, if they just pay me in koalas, it's fine.
Do it.
Okay.
All right, what are we doing?
Yeah, let's play some D&D. What are you?
We should introduce ourselves.
No. So yeah, I'm Ian. I'm the DM, like the name tag over here says. Look at it. It's very nice. Next to me, the name tag says Naoma, and the player attached to that name tag is Tom.
You can't prove that.
Ooh.
I'm going to kill Naoma today.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, at this point, yeah.
Like, it's just sure. Why not?
I'm doing it.
The next name tag in rotation says Echo, being played by Ark.
Echo.
It's me,
Echo.
Echo.
the Ocho.
The Ocho. Yes,
Echo the
ESPN,
Ocho.
if you would like to sponsor us. You're a Disney subsidiary, you know?
The Ocho.
Oh, man. How much did Dodgeball predict, though? Let's think about that while I continue these introductions. The next name tag says Clyde.
My name's Australia.
Being played by Australia.
Whole continent.
The whole continent. Right here. Down under me. And
I am down under. Yeah.
and last but not least, the last name tag says Thranton and is being played by Sean.
Do I get inspiration for that? Sorry.
No, you don't.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to take that away from you.
Okay.
So, yeah, what would you guys like to do? You are in Schult. It's like mid-morning, still pretty early in the day. And you're still in town in Port Nyanzaru, right at the tippy tip of Schult. And you know that you need to eventually go south to figure out A, how to stop the death curse, and B, if the guy Naoma actually tried to start looking for last season is involved in any actual way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a story thread.
So, all right. Well, I mean, do we want to head out now? Are we ready to go?
I'm ready.
I think we are heading. I think that Mr. Change the Deal guy is ready to go. So let's go. Alfred,
right.
don't forget.
That's true.
All right. All right.
How hard would I have to hit you to give you amnesia?
Pretty hard.
I feel like you'd have to break my concentration.
There is a check for that.
Yeah, I feel like that would. I feel like that would be a fair way to give me amnesia.
Okay. Sick. We'll test that later.
Okay.
Wait, you the person or
Oh,
you Thranton?
I thought me threatened.
Just
Hope we're
wanted to
talking
clarify.
you threaten. Like I don't want anybody getting any actual concussions around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already
That's
tried
not how
that at your house, Brian.
I wasn't there though. I'm glad you're okay, Sean.
Yes.
All right, commercial break.
Yep. Run 30 seconds of ads right now. Yep.
All right, Naoma. So Threaten will look at Naoma and obviously still very perturbed at the way that this whole contract thing shut down and all that. We'll be like, well, lead us. Let's go. I mean, you're calling all the shots these days, anyways. So come on, let's go. Come on.
All right. I'll turn to Mushari and go, is there anything you need to gather before we head out? Is there anything that specifically we should get before we head out?
Right. And he'll
As
sort
I'm
of
wearing my newly purchased chain vest that is like a little too big.
You'll grow into it.
yeah. Good jungle trek will fill that out. Musharib will like sort of heft a bag and be like, well, I'm all set. I'm assuming that everybody has, rations, food, water. There's, if we want to walk, we are prepared and ready, as far as I can see. If there is the only other major route other than walking is going to be by river. Now, the main river that sort of flows through the Aldani Basin and south, it won't get us all the way to Omu or Hrakamar. But it's even for a slow and sluggish, all very swampy river, it is an alternative to walking if you want to purchase and deal with a boat.
You know how much that costs?
Well, that would cost money. That is... Let's see.
The correct answer is money.
Money!
And you know how you get money? An ad break. Be right back, folks.
That is true. Oh, let's see. I have
See, we can do it. Are you watching his name?
Adscape Navigators.
Oh, where butts?
Where are the butts?
We do wear butts. All of us, I think.
Where the butts at?
Damn. Where are all the butts at?
What was the name of the river again?
I don't know if it has a river. Here we go.
Disney.
There's the main river that it does. The main river that flows into the basin is the Rover Shoshanstar.
Okay.
That sounds made up.
So
It is
you're saying we could go on a jungle cruise, which is the new Disney movie coming out
That is true.
in how many days?
We're not getting paid yet. No, don't plug it. We're not getting paid yet.
Showing them what we're capable of.
Starring
we could do
Dwayne
it.
the
Right,
Rock
right.
Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Family
a
friendly.
And a boat.
Yeah, 'cause-
Starring a boat.
Starring the boat.
And the jungle.
Emily Blunt?
Yes.
I think-
I believe she's in that.
John Krasinski's bow.
He's the boat.
John Krasinski is the
be
boat.
bow.
He could-
Oh, that's the twist.
I think he could-
That's the
as
twist.
boat.
I think he could pull that off.
Yeah, he's a talented actor.
Yeah,
Disney makes really good choices.
they do. Their
Yeah.
casting choices are usually pretty dang good.
They're impeccable. Yeah.
Yo, I'm a boat.
It's not, I'm on a boat. I'm a boat.
I am a boat.
I'm a boat.
I am.
Yeah,
You can tell we
gotta
haven't
do
hung
it
out
with
for a while, huh,
with a
guys?
Boston
That's
accent.
been a
though.
while.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Everybody look at me because I'm a boat.
Hey, I'm a boat.
All right. I'm gonna say there
What are we
are
doing?
there. I was trying to look up how much a boat is, and wasn't
This is a
wasn't
boat.
doing wasn't doing
Was this
well.
a purchase or a
Do you know how
rental
much a
or like
boat
a
is?
rent to own or
It's generally treated as a purchase for most of these merchant princes because they tend to not come back. Either not come back because they get
Great.
lost or broken, or just they don't want to have to deal with, you know, the bottom half of a boat rental where you try and get the boat back, like pain in the ass.
Hmm.
So they just keep it simple. Do a
Okay.
boat.
But let's consider that we probably don't have enough money for the boat.
Probably.
I
Yeah,
have
that's likely.
no dollars.
It's true. It's gonna
I have
be
no dollars.
depending on the kind of boat you guys are looking for. It's either it's in the hundreds of gold.
What if we just got a dinghy or like two dinghies and tied them together?
So
Okay.
at hearing it's going to be hundreds of gold, I'm going to like lean towards Clyde and give him like the elbow and be like, heist?
No.
Yeah.
So
I have
we're
200
gonna
gold.
so we're gonna steal a boat?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
we
could
could
do
do
that.
the thing where we hide under the boat.
There we go.
Nobody knows.
Okay. Sorry. I misquoted. If you guys just want like a normal canoe, standard, average looking canoe.
We wouldn't
It's-
fit in a
it's-
canoe.
Yeah, it's 50 gold. A normal canoe will hold up to 6 medium creatures.
That's a big
So
canoe.
it's a pretty big canoe.
Big ass canoe.
It's like
Do you know
it's
how big
like
a canoe is?
it's like a French bateau.
Yeah.
Like it's
The
a,
people at Wizards have never been canoeing.
they clearly haven't. I mean, they all live on the West Coast. Like
Wait,
we here
What if we-
in New England, we're the home of Old Town Canoe, who could also sponsor us.
what if we buy a little tiny canoe and we cast enlarge on it?
Like a model canoe.
How
It's
long does that spell last?
Yeah.
Oh, 1 minute.
Here we go.
Look.
Zoom, sink.
This is D&D. Think outside the box. You've
we'll just keep. How many times can you cast enlarge?
All right. So hold on. Let's take a look. So
How many minutes are in a day?
that's a second level spell. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can do it for 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
I'm a paladin. What do you want from me? This ain't my job.
I'm not the one with
Oh.
utility spells. That's Gilda, coincidentally.
It's true.
Is anyone able
Get
to?
Gilda here to make us a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we
the-
get enlarge set as a what is that spell you can use forever? Anytime.
Cantrip.
A cantrip.
Cantrips. Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Anyone's
so busted.
well, but except you're using it only to keep the boat floating.
Only for a enlarged boat. It's a new spell.
The
Every minute I have to cast.
Mushari will say there are also, because it's a pretty big boat, and I mean trying to like lug around whenever you got to go over a portage or something like that, moving a 6-person boat, it's a thing. He does know that such a thing called a foldable boat exists. They generally hold less people and they're more expensive, but they are much easier to cart around when you don't need a boat. But you might in the future.
Can you use it as a shield?
How
For
much
a-
more?
for a little bit. How much more expensive? Those are about 150 gold each.
And can they fit 3 people?
They can specifically fit 3 people.
So we would need 2 of those.
Well, I have 200 gold somehow. I don't know
Well,
how.
I've got a diamond that we could potentially trade for them.
After
no, we don't
all
wanna give
that
up the-
trouble.
We don't want to give him the diamond. No. I've got the ruby and the sapphire, don't I? Yeah, I've got the super shiny ruby and the super shiny sapphire.
That's right.
Can I
They-
go?
Super
Okay,
they
I want to go
they
back to
were
the market.
shined. Yeah.
I want to go back to the market, and I want to go find that jeweler and be like, "Hey, what's up, fucker?"
Are we selling him his gemstone back home?
They're super shiny now. They weren't his. He didn't. He doesn't recognize them.
Well, we
There's no
could
way he
check.
could.
We could check for that.
Okay.
But yeah, so you want to you want to go and find the guy?
I think this might be a bad idea.
What's going to happen?
We're gonna go to jail instead of the jungle.
Yeah.
It still starts with J.
So I want to go and offer. I want to offer this guy some gems.
Okay. Okay. So
Before he goes over there,
mhm.
I am going to cast. How long does that last? For a minute. I'm gonna give him
Enlarge.
bardic inspiration.
Holy shit.
Give you bardic inspiration, and then I'm gonna follow about 60 feet back. And when you get close, use guidance on you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. How much?
I stealth
Why would you do that?
so I can follow him.
It's kind of his thing.
Why would you do that? Okay. So let's see. How much are these? Okay.
24.
Of course. So
I'm gone.
so you approach the dude. And he's like, "What can I do for you?"
Hey, so we are about to be heading out of town, and these little trinkets aren't going to do us any good on the way. So I wanted to see if I can convert these into some useful goods. So I was hoping I could get some cash for these two gems, and I'll show the two gems to him.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. So he is gonna do that. Okay.
We are the crystal gems.
Always
You
save
always
the day.
save the day.
And if you think we can't,
You're wrong.
get fucked.
Always. We always find a way.
Gonna stab you in
Oh.
the face.
Oh yeah. See, Tom, you
Okay.
bought the diamond, right?
In the face.
Yes.
Okay, so I still have the other two diamonds as well, but I'm not going to sell them from those. I just want to get rid of the ruby and the sapphire.
Okay. All right. So he will. So he'll look those over, and looking at him, he pulls out one of those little jeweler's loop things, and like, okay, yeah, okay. Just giving him a look over. It's like these are really nice. These are. Yeah, I could certainly do with these.
These are mine.
They will be.
I would say I would give you 1,000 gold for the pair.
Done deal. You know what? Do you know anybody around who sells boats? Do you know the guy who sells the boats? I'm presuming. Do you know the person who sells the boats?
That is, yeah. I couldn't find where I'm gonna say a name, and I'm gonna say
You know
that.
boat
And
seller
I'm gonna
guy?
say that name is Dave the boatman.
Can you point me in the direction?
Yep, and he will point you towards like it's all right. So it's it's outside the main market building just for space. But yeah, you go out, go left. Give you directions to
It's over by the water. Yeah.
yeah, towards a boat boy.
Awesome. Thank you. Here. You know what? You've been such a pleasure to work with. Here's 50 gold. Go ahead and keep that. I'll just take the 950.
And yeah, without two looks, he'll just like take the extra 50 and just put that right in the pouch. Just not even blink about it.
All right. Cool. Thanks. Goodbye. And I'll just jet as quick as I can.
Let's see here.
Well, that was easy.
It was
And I'll catch up with everybody and I'll be like, all right, sold the gems.
he chumped
That was quick.
he chumped those rolls is what happened. But yeah. So yeah, you are
We'll
outside,
take anything we get.
filthy ass rich now.
We are
Alright.
ass rich.
So were you able to get the money?
Oh, I got the money.
Great. So you got 300 gold?
Yep.
Awesome. Let's go buy us 2 boats.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go get some boats and some more stuff.
Where's the
Wait, how much did we really get?
300 plus some stuff. And let's go. And I'm already like walking the direction. I'm like waving them. Let's go. Because I've got money in my pocket. I just want to do something with it.
This is a bad idea.
No, let's go.
Following threatened, I guess.
All right.
And so I'll take the twists and turns the guy told me.
We're gonna buy a galleon.
we'll get to the boats to Dave, and I'll be like, all right, Dave, yeah, you're Dave, right, Dave?
Yeah.
You got boats?
I got boats.
How many?
How many you want?
I mean,
And he'll gesture, and like there's you see that he has a variety of boats just sort of leaning up all against the wall. So he's got a couple of the big old 6-man canoes. He's got some of just smaller canoes as well. And you do see a couple sort of you see one boat that sort of looks like it's made out of instead of a normal boat where it's just a wood frame with wood skin, that sort of thing. This is it still has a wood frame, but you can see that it's definitely jointed and it's not all one piece, and it's got a thick canvas sort of skin to it. And he's got one of those sitting up on a table or sawhorses or something, and then a smaller folded brick looking thing, looking like a big canvas brick sitting underneath it in the same color.
Is that the folding boat?
I was like, oh yeah, no, these are brand new. They are great. They hold about three people, and but just when you're done with them, when you don't need them, you just fold them up, pack them up. Instructions are inside, and you just put it on somebody's back, and you can just walk. No dragging, no hauling, no multi-man lifting. Good shit.
Do you have any paint?
I mean, yeah.
Can we paint the canvas?
I mean, you can. Just be careful it doesn't crack or peel or anything when you fold it up. But yeah, you can.
Okay, can I paint the wood? This is important.
Yeah, I guess you could paint the wood. I'd be light around the joints. You don't want them to bind or seize or anything. But yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
you could,
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So how much are those?
Those are 150 gold apiece.
Okay. And how much would it be for some paint and some professional application of that paint?
Oh, well, paint I could do for like 5 gold.
Done.
That's no problem. Professional
Easy.
application is gonna take some time,
How much time?
like a day.
A day?
Yeah, to do it right and get everything all colored and dried and treated. Yeah.
I'll look back at Naoma and I'll be like, I'll give Naoma like puppy dog eyes.
Why are we painting this boat?
They need to be named the Ruby and the Sapphire.
And I'll, be like, how much is it to put names on the boats?
Well, I mean, if you just want, I guess,
Letter
5
stickers.
gold. Yeah, if you just want to buy the paint and you can do whatever you want with the paint. That's fine. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with the paint as long as it doesn't end up on my stuff that you haven't paid for yet.
I'll look back at Thran and be like, is it okay if we just make an attempt at painting it on there? And
They need to be named the Ruby
yeah,
and the Sapphire.
that's fine. We could paint the names, the Ruby and the Sapphire, on them.
Okay, good. All right, yeah. Boom, boom. And I'll slide 305 on the table.
So I have red paint and blue paint.
Yeah, who's got the high? So you have the highest deck, so I'm going to give the paint tube to Clyde and be like, make it look pretty, please.
I'm stealth right now.
Shit. I'm gonna be
You
talking
don't
to
wanna
Clyde,
help.
who I presume is here, and I'm gonna be like, Clyde,
Sure.
Clyde, please.
I'm sure with a little bit of time, I could probably do an okay job.
I am not
Good at
very
that.
artsy.
Yeah,
I
it's
cannot
true.
do the arts.
Echo has some dexterity now. Significantly more
Ooh.
dexterity than Echo had when Echo was Maleficus.
True. Okay. I'm going to trust that somebody here can do it, and so I'm going to be like, all right, can you show? I'm going to say to Dave, can you show me how the boat pops open? Can you show me how to operate it?
Oh yeah, and he'll walk over, and I would like you to yeah, in this case, we'll have you use that new skill that I slapped on everybody's sheet. Go ahead and give me a casual check as you watch him do the operation.
26.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, yeah, he goes and he's not slow about it. Like he walks over like classic car salesman and he just like pats the brick of canvas and he'll like sort of move a couple of the bars aside and he'll grab out you grab out a piece and he just starts unfolding the shit. And in the span of like 5 minutes, not even, he's got a fully erected skinned boat before you.
Yeah,
But
he does.
with that 26, you noted every step. You know which ones to do first, which ones to do second. You kept pace the whole time, and you're just like done, handled.
Excellent. How? So he said that each boat comes with a copy of instructions.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna give one of the copies to Naoma, and I'll give the other one to Echo. And I'll say that when we can, we should make when we have the option, we should have Gilda make more copies of these in case we ever lose one.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
And do we? And I'll look at Dave and be like, do we need anything else? Do we need like oars? Do we need sails? I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just
We'll
saying
see.
things that I think about boats now.
Well, if you don't need sails. Yeah, I wouldn't take these out on the coast. I wouldn't do that. They're more for the rivers and swamps and such. Slow water. They're a little more fragile because they fold. But if y'all want oars or paddles, no, paddles are 5 gold each.
Do you have repair kits?
He didn't give us paddles?
You didn't ask.
Do you have repair kits for these?
He's like, yeah,
Permanent tilts.
absolutely got repair kits for those. Those are
How much are
also
the repair kits?
5 gold each.
Killing me, guy.
And
Okay.
Can I make an insight to see if it sounds like he's making any sketchy deal? Like 5 gold sounds like a lot for a paddle when the boat, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I think he's overpricing us.
Yeah, if you want to make an insight check, certainly do that.
I'm already counting money.
That's a
so-
20.
Okay. So I mean, he's obviously nickel and diming you, but no, the prices do seem fine. Like so far, looking at the quality of what he's selling, the quality's there. But yeah, he's totally being a tool about it.
Show me how the oars collapse.
The oars they don't really collapse. Like
What?
I kind of got one paddle a piece, but they're not super big. Like they're pretty normal canoe paddle situation. Like they're not a whole lot longer than the boat is when it's folded up.
Would you say that it has the fighting stats of a quarterstaff?
I would say that, yeah. No, I would say that, yeah, these are good sturdy paddles. They're made out of a nice dense wood.
Okay.
So yeah, they could certainly double as a staff weapon in a pinch.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I look like an Eric Cochran now. Big burly arms and big old wings folded up on the back that won't do anything for me. And I say, okay, that's good. Let me see. I hold out my hand to take the oar with the assumption that someone will toss it to me.
And yeah, Dave will oblige, but yeah, give it a spin, give it a test drive.
Okay, yeah, I do it, and I do I do the spin around thing with it. I plant it in the ground, throw it up in the air a little bit, and catch it, and I go, yeah, I can work with this.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity. Yeah, give me an acrobatics on that.
Oh, if it's not a 1, okay. I thought it was a 1 on
They
the
like-
dice. It's a 7. The 7s and the 1s look the same
They do.
to me.
They do.
It's a 16.
Okay, so yeah, everything executes just fine. You don't drop the ore or anything like that while you're doing your stuff.
Excellent.
You don't clock anybody in the face with it.
Boring.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I reluctantly take the ore after that. No.
This thing is not a face magnet. Shame.
I toss it back to the salesman and say, yeah, that'll do.
All right, how many would y'all want? I recommend at least 1 per boat.
So I'm gonna say I want 3, I want 6, and I want 4 repair kits for 50 gold.
And like, okay, yeah.
All right, I'll give him the 50 gold.
He will sell you as many paddles and repair kits as you want.
Well, I don't want to get screwed out in the middle of nowhere.
It's fair.
Since you seem to be so
Cheating us of all
knowledgeable
our money.
about boats, is there anything else you can think of that we would need to traverse up the river in the jungle? Do we need anchors or anything like that?
No, probably not. The rivers around here are generally, depending on where you are, very slow. They're very sluggish, lazy rivers. Generally,
Okay.
just pulling the boat up out of the water when you're not actively paddling around is probably plenty. Like, we very rarely have floods, even with all the rain. Like, that as far as that sort of equipment, no. Definitely, again, don't need sails. Not where you're going. There's almost no wind out in the jungle.
Where we're
and,
going,
and like
we
you
don't
can
need
see that
wood.
Musharib is, while not directly bartering or anything like that, he's standing kind of in the back. He's like nodding along with what Dave is saying here.
Well, how about do we need bug nets or anything?
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's not my specific area of expertise, but yeah, no, if you want to, I would definitely recommend some kind of bug repellent or nets. Like a lot of disease in the jungle bugs. I gotta say.
Can we pass constitution checks against malaria?
I mean, can you pass them? Dunno. Will you make them? Yes.
Hmm.
Do you don't happen to sell any of these, do you?
Oh no. I'm just boats and boat accessories over here. If you want, I believe there's a stall, and he'll just point in a general direction. Be like, yeah, no, there's somebody has mosquito gear and a classic insect repellent, local remedy, works a treat.
I want us to go to that stall, and it's this guy again. It's just standing there.
Dave? No, that was my brother David.
Yeah. All right. Well, someone want to go get that, and Echo and I will attempt to paint the names on the boats.
Yeah, I've got another stop I have to make. So here, I'll give. Well, no, there's nobody else because Clyde won't show himself. So yeah, I'll make that stop too. I'll get that, and I'll get my other thing that I really need. So I'll be back.
Okay. Sounds good. Echo, if you don't mind, can you stop spinning that ore and help me paint the names on this boat?
Absolutely.
All
Let's
right.
do this. Did we buy paintbrushes?
He doesn't sell paintbrushes.
I presume that they came with the paint kits. This guy's a shyster.
No, he sold you a can of paint.
This guy sucks.
Okay, all right.
Like,
Okay, so
a couple of cans of paint, in the colors that you specify.
Finger paint.
it would
Excuse
seem that
me.
we need a means to
Dave-
apply this.
Dave, Mr. Dave, if you would be so kind, do you have brushes by any chance that we could use to apply this paint with?
Yes, I do.
Great.
Piece of shit.
How much would a brush be?
5 gold.
5 gold. Everything, it's like real easy pricing. It's like 5 below. Everything's 5 gold.
Unless
Except
it's a boat.
unless it's a boat.
5 gold below.
5 gold below. No, he'll be like, all right. So, I'm assuming you're just gonna paint it here, yeah.
Yes.
You could, yeah, and he'll just like sort of root into like a toolbox that he's got back there, and he'll pull out 2 well-used brushes and just be like, just don't go anywhere with them.
Thank you. Much appreciated. And then I'll go back to Echo, hand one over, and be like, this is what we got to work with.
All right.
Do you know how to paint?
We're gonna find out.
Perfect.
Right.
Sounds
So, like
perfect.
on a scale of like 1 to plastic paintbrush that comes with the watercolor kits.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
We're looking at like he gave you guys because he gets what you guys are gonna do. You're gonna paint names on boats, so he didn't give you like 3-inch brushes or anything like that.
The roller
but yeah, he's clearly he's like a craftsman, but not an artist. So you're looking at like,
We're talking flat brushes, round brushes.
No, we're looking at like 1-inch chip brushes. Like,
okay.
Yeah, they'll do the job. But yeah, they are not
smaller than I expected.
They're not the fine tools. Yeah, this isn't. Most of the rest of the brushes he's got, yeah, they're made for painting a boat. So.
That's what I was expecting these to be. Like the 4-inch ones.
All right, so I would like you guys to. We're gonna call this a performance check, though you can use dexterity instead of charisma, if you so choose.
And as we're doing it, I am going to give bardic inspiration and guidance to Echo. Just be like, we'll figure this out together. I'm sure you will do a great job. I don't know what I'm doing either.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Thank you. I will.
21 for my performance check to start painting sapphire on one of the boats.
Okay.
Okay, so 7 bardic inspiration. Oh, that's 8 for my modifier. So 8 and a d6.
And guidance.
What does guidance do?
D4.
Ooh.
On ability checks.
Great. Okay, so what I have is a 15.
Okay. So, all right. So as far as like the legibility that you guys are going for, Naoma, what sort of like you pretty much get what you were looking to do. So how do you paint sapphire on this boat?
Going for a very like standard serif font where like has the foot on them, and it's an outer line with like the inner shape filled in with a thin line of space between it.
Okay. Yep, and that pays off. Just so I know, because you have red paint and blue paint. Which color do you write sapphire in?
Oh, for the love of God!
Let me see.
So gone horribly wrong.
Initially, the very first dab is red, and then the rest of it is blue.
Okay. Good. All right. So
can you cover over the first dab?
Yeah, I tried to cover. So like the S, the like top corner of the S is a little bit bulged out because it needs to cover the red, and then it's fine.
It drags the red paint along a little bit.
Yeah.
till it's done. All right. So then, Echo, you mostly get it because you got a 15.
Yeah.
So yeah, you also pretty much get what you're going for there. Though, and yeah. So I will say, go ahead and give me a perception check real quick.
$18.
Okay. So how would you also generally achieve the goal you're looking for? Like some of the lines aren't going to be as straight or tidy as you were looking to do. You may have some stray, some stray edging in here and there from like bristles that are just kind of doing whatever. How do you write Ruby on your boat?
I'm going for a very utilitarian kind of look.
Mm.
Probably not dissimilar from Naomi's, but yeah, it's very boring.
Okay.
I start to write. So I yeah, Naoma, you see that I write the R, and then I go in to write the U, but I start in a weird place for the U. You see that I kind of start a little further over than I should. It comes up around over, and it's going. It's happening.
It's gonna be like, echo,
I stop.
shift it this way a little bit, and just you'll get it. You know what? No, it's fine.
I bring it back up, and it gets awful close to connecting to the beginning of the line to make an O.
Roby.
No. You gotta stop. Stop. You know what? We can work with this, and I'll just take some of the blue paint and like paint over the top of it to like try to hide it a little bit.
So fucking mad.
Wait, how
No,
is
this
Ruby
looks
not
great.
spelled ROOBI?
Oh no, I see how that's confusing. It's RUBY.
Rubby.
Yeah.
Rubby. I say that to myself a couple of times and kind of complete it. So it's RBY.
Wait, hold on. Okay, no. So what we'll do is we'll paint where that letter is, paint that all red, and then we'll paint the U in blue on top of it, and then we'll do the same thing but in reverse to the A in sapphire. So they're at least matching.
This could not have gone better.
This is a choice. Yeah. Okay.
That sounds aesthetically pleasing. I know nothing about art.
Neither does Naoma.
None of us are artists in this group.
None. Not even one.
Not even one time.
That sounds like it would be quite enjoyable to look at, and I think that is what we're going for here.
Yeah, no, I think we'll just say this was the plan all along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
This was an intentional decision.
Is Thranton watching this whole time?
Now, Thranton has walked off to do his own errand. Clyde, you're just watching this happen the whole time?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thranton, so you've walked away. You know none of this is happening behind you yet. Where are you headed, aside from the insect repellent place?
So I'm gonna go hit up the insect repellent place, and in an effort to make this quick, I'm not gonna barter. I'm just gonna take whatever they ask for. So, do they have like nets that go over the entire boat, or is this like personal nets?
These are more like personal nets, like the sort you'd hang over a bedroll or a sleeping bag or hammock or something like that.
Okay. How much are they a piece?
The nets, they're not crazy expensive. They're about 5 gold each.
I will buy 10, so we have spares.
Okay.
So another 50 gold gone. And then I want to get to my real goal here.
And so you just buy nets. There are, when you get to the place, they have nets, and they also have, it looks like they have two kinds of bug repellent, like physical bug repellent. One of them is like a jar with like a greasy looking salve or cream situation that it looks like you rub on exposed skin. And then they also have little, looks like bricks of incense.
Oh, yeah, I'll get some incense.
Okay. The incense is actually relatively cheap. The guy will explain it's a silver for each block, and it burns for 8 hours a block.
How big are they? Like,
They're they're little. They're not huge. It's not like a brick, but I'd say probably actually about this big.
and I'll ask him like,
bucket.
Yeah. Do you know? Do we need to be running these like all day, or is this like a nighttime thing?
These are more for the night. They'll do, if there's not a strong breeze, they'll do about a 20-foot circle campfire sort of circle. They'll handle that. The cream, I'll call it, just for because salve is a weird word to say. The cream is like, that's more of a constant situation. Like one application is good for about a day, and each jar will do an average medium-sized creature of about 20 times.
No, cream sounds bad. Okay, so let's get 50 days worth of this incense. So 50 bricks.
Okay, so 50,
which
50 silver, 5 gold.
5 gold, done.
Yep. Easy conversion rates. I like it.
Yeah, right.
That's why no one uses Electrum.
All right, so I got to go into notes, and I now have sleeping, blood nets, and 50 bricks. All right, cool.
And where else are you going?
I'm gonna get in real close to this guy and be like, "Where do I get a pirate hat?"
A pirate hat? Like,
Yeah, like I need for like if I'm a captain of a boat, where do I get like a pirate hat?
okay. And he will he'll give you directions to the local haberdasher's stall.
Thank you, sir, and I'm already out the door.
Yep. And yeah, and assuming you head over that way, there is indeed a stall with a variety of hats. And as you walk over, there are two that sort of strike your eye as definitely piratical captain hats. One of them is sort of a tricorn situation with a big old feather going off one side, like a big old ostrich feather. And then another is sort of like the more like the Napoleon hat, like the 2
Like the
point.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Captain Crunch-esque 2-point hat. He wears it sideways for some reason. No one knows why. But yeah, that sort of thing has a feather, but it's much smaller. It's more
What color is the feather? Can I choose the color of my feather?
Yeah, it looks like they have a variety of feathers. Both hats are sort of a bluish black. They're both made out of the same felt, so they're the same. But yeah, you can certainly pick a feather should you choose. It has a variety of colors.
I want to try and get similar to the teal that I have.
Okay, yeah, you can certainly do that. Ostrich feathers are already a little bit green, so no.
So I'll ask how much for the tricorn hat.
You'll be like, the tricorn hat is about let's see. Yeah, these are medium grade hats. We're gonna say the tricorn hat is about 10 silver.
10 silver? Oh, okay. Now, forgive me, I'm not much in the way of boating.
Then why?
So there's like a
hat?
We'll get there. There's like a rank and file, right? So there's like the captain, and then there's like who's the people that are under the captain?
Well, like the crew, or are you talking?
Yeah, but like all the way at the bottom, is it like a privateer?
Usually it's just crewmen.
Crewmen. What are the
Like crewmen, seamen, if you will.
Seamen.
If you are on the seas.
What do they wear? What do they wear for hats? They must wear something to protect their noggins.
I mean, no specific hats. Sometimes just a bandana, maybe, but like there's no real crewman's hat.
What's the first rank of somebody that wears a hat?
Oh, well, it depends on the ship. How big of a ship are we talking about, sir?
We have 2.
Oh, well, how many ship? Well, how big are these ships?
Fit 3 people.
Oh,
Listen,
I
I'm
don't
here to
think
buy hats.
by that scale. I only think one person is wearing a hat.
I think someone's in a canoe and somebody's buying pirate hat.
Okay. All right, fine. Do you have bandanas?
Like, yeah, I have some bandanas, and he has like they're all paisley. They are all the same pattern of generic paisley bandana that you have seen everywhere.
You don't have different colors of bandana?
Well, they're like the colors are different, but it's the same pattern.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, fine. Same pattern. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need one that's teal. I'm gonna need one that's like a darkish purple. I'm gonna need one that's a royal blue, and I'm gonna need one that's like a maroon.
Okay, yeah, and he can hook you up with all those. Yep.
And how much for each of those?
Those are a silver apiece.
Silver apiece. Okay, I'm gonna slap a gold down on the table for everything that I just bought and be like, "Thank you very much." I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pop my hat on and I'm gonna run back to the boat. So I'm gonna go back to Dave's.
Okay.
Proud as I can be wearing my hat.
Okay. So in that span of time, you weren't gone that long at all. So you're getting there right about the time that Echo and Naoma are finishing up their final touches on the names of the boats.
Okay. So as I run in and I'm so excited to hand everybody their bandanas, can I want to do a perception check to see if I notice how badly they fucked up the names.
Please do.
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
I think
so
you notice.
So yeah, you spot it. It's yeah.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, I got a hat for me because I'm the captain, and I got you guys all I got you guys bandanas. What the? It's fine.
We
It's
made
fine.
a design choice.
It's fine.
You weren't here to give us guidance. I thought it had a nice little modern touch to it.
It's fine. It's fine.
So I'm gonna reveal myself and step out from behind like some crates, and I'm gonna go up to Thran and be like, "They didn't do a very good job."
I did a great job.
I can see. It's fine. Here, and I'm going to hand Clyde his bright blue hat or his light blue bandana.
Oh, thank you.
We're on the high seas now. We gotta wear the accessories if we're gonna be on boats.
Okay. I'm just gonna tie it around where my mask already is.
Get a cowboy aesthetic instead.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't know how bandanas work, so it's fine.
Yeah,
He's not
you
wearing
grew
one.
up as a
Yeah.
knight, so yeah.
I'll be like, all right, cool. So I guess we'll fold these suckers up and let's go.
They're not dry, so the words just
Yeah,
all
be-
smudge.
I was hoping you wouldn't say anything. But yeah, do you fold up the boats and go?
Well, I'm gonna say, let's fold these up and go.
Well, the paint
we
needs
do
to
it?
dry first.
Oh,
Do we do
how
like a
long-
wisdom check?
How long does it take for them to dry?
Unclear.
Yeah, it's hot. This isn't, it's not crazy paint. It'll probably be dry in like 10-15 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the Sapphire because that's the one that I'm gonna be the captain of, and I'm gonna use my trunk and just wave at it.
Just fan it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thornton,
Amazing.
what do these names mean to you?
This is how we got the boats. We sold a ruby and a sapphire.
Okay.
You buy a horse, are you just gonna call it gold?
Maybe.
Everything has been named gold my entire life.
I nod the kind of nod that one does when they don't actually understand.
Mm-hmm.
You laugh a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Yes,
like,
of course.
yeah, that laugh you do when you
Oh.
didn't quite hear what they said.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
accounts for approximately 50% of the noises that come out of my face in real life. Anyway, sorry, we're playing D&D.
Are we?
Man,
Are we?
I'm not Archime. Echo.
Are
I
we?
think we're just confessing some things to each other.
We gotta unpack some things and then we can become the characters.
It's true.
So, Mr. Dave, where is the nearest boat dock thing where we can put these in the water, or do we just walk over to the river and throw them on in?
Well, like at this point, Mushari will be. I know where we can. I know where we can put in. I know the quicker way out.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Well, then once these are dry, we'll get them folded up and on the way. Get on the way, I guess.
All right. So while we wait for some boat paint to dry, we are gonna go ahead and take a break.
Oh yeah, real time.
A real break. We might not take 15 minutes to do this. Maybe only maybe 5.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Boat drying
No, I'm not
simulator.
look. I'm not saying we can't just fart around for 15 minutes while the intermission slideshow is up. I mean, I know that's well within our power. But we're just gonna take a quick fiver, and we will be right back, and we will we'll see how boats work. And
How do boats work?
how do boats work? And we will be right back.
advertisement.
This is an advertisement.
We have an advertisement.
We have a.
Hi, welcome back. We are back. The party has bought some canoes.
We did it.
Foldable canoes, foldable boats. Has painted them. And yeah, Musharib knows the best place right outside the city to put them in to the mouth of the river. And if you guys are ready, we can depart straight for that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's where
Can
we
I
were headed
stealth-
towards.
Can I stealth on the boat?
The paint has dried. We are heading towards the launch to put the boat in the water.
All right.
With Musharib leading the way because none of us know where we're going.
And now's the time when we get hit by a filler episode. Beach
Yep.
episode!
Beach episode.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh.
dun, dun.
Crap!
We're all wearing
This-
bikinis.
This whole time I forgot.
This
Gil-
was a filler episode?
I mean, so far we can't say it wasn't.
True.
So, but no,
So advertisement time.
I forgot to say that towards the beginning of the session, Gilda was with you at the beginning. She was holding the contract that she signed, that she wrote up between the party and Musharib, which some of you have signed, and he has signed. And as she's rolling it up, and getting ready to stuff it in a pouch, a circle of Cool Ranch colored flame appears beneath her feet. And she's just like, and disappears through the circle, and it just
Did any of
Like
us see that?
Like a banker tube, just.
kind of, yeah. Yes, you all saw that. Because she was standing right next to all of you. It's just,
Did Musharib have any questions?
he's staring where she was. And it's just,
It happens sometimes.
She works for someone down there on occasion, and sometimes she just gets shooped down to see them. She'll be back shortly.
down, you know what? That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I
Down-
don't need.
down
I
there.
don't need to know. It's fine.
She
It's
gonna
fine.
get a shoop sometime.
Shoop dead.
Um,
I want a
So-
shoop.
retcon over. We go back up to the present time, and yeah, if you guys are ready, we can see. It does imply the existence of Nacho Flame. We can attempt to put
Spicy
these boats
nacho.
in the water. So, first question I have for everybody: does anyone in this party have proficiency in water vehicles or boats?
Why would we?
Or vessels of any kind,
No.
Sure don't.
Nope.
I've got casual.
which may be handy. It may be handy.
Can we just use the casual stat?
Like,
That seems like the most reasonable thing.
maybe, maybe not, but maybe. So, okay. So what I would like everybody to do, Musharib also does not seem to be the super boaty type. Looking at him, you get a good feel that he probably just walks most of the places he goes. Maybe rides an animal or something, but yeah, is generally pretty land-born. So he's only going to be a little bit of a help putting these boats in and steering them and such. So I would like. Well, who would like to try and put a boat in first? And obviously, this can be a team effort. You guys have to decide who's going in what boat.
I'm going to be in whatever boat Musharib is not in,
Okay.
because I'm still
I'll-
salty.
I'll be in the boat with Thranton.
Okay.
I would also be in the boat with Thranton.
Okay.
So it's just going to be Echo and Musharib in the other one.
This is fine.
Okay.
I take a seat with Musharib.
All right. So,
Take a seat in the boat, wait for people to push it in.
so yeah,
Right? Yeah, we're all sitting in the boat. We're like, now what? On the
Now-
shore.
ready.
I
Where
don't know.
does it go?
Maybe you push off the ground with the oars until it slides into the water.
Makes sense to me.
No, I'm pretty sure we need to have it in the water before we get in, guys.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's what I was thinking, but I saw everyone else get in, so I was just kind of assuming.
I get out of the boat that I'm in and I push it into the water and I climb back up into it, the back, and I get my oar out. I try to figure out how to do boat stuff.
Okay. All right. So as you try and figure out boat stuff, I will say, go ahead. Let's see. What are you proficient in? We won't use those. We will do. Yeah, you know what? We'll just go ahead. Go ahead and make a straight dexterity or strength check.
I will do a strength check.
Dex
I rolled a 5.
17. I do a cartwheel into the boat.
Okay.
Can we tell if the boat's moving?
Well, we're gonna see right here. So Echo, with a 14, you're able to, like, the finer control's definitely not there, but you're able to at least get the idea that you paddle a bit on one side, and then you're probably gonna have to paddle a bit on the other. Like, in your head, you know that this probably isn't the most efficient way of doing it, but you're going straight, and you're going in a direction, and your boat is, in fact, moving. Now, Clyde and Thranton, you find after a few splashes, you are paddling in opposing directions.
Excellent.
So your boat is actually, you're on the same side. Just the paddles are going in opposite directions. Clyde, you are paddling in the standard motion. Thranton, you've decided to go backwards. So it's just there's a lot of water churning on the right side of the boat, and not a lot of movement.
I'm very strong.
I'll lean up and be like, Thranton, you need to paddle the other direction. Pull towards you as opposed to pushing away.
I am the captain of this vessel. Clyde has to change.
No, Thranton, that'll just make us go backwards.
I change.
Clyde, don't change.
All right,
Okay.
fine. I'll change. I'll change my direction since this was my decision.
I've already changed.
Yeah, now that I'm changed back.
So we just spin the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Well, no, we're on the same side, right? So that it's just like splashing water. It's not moving
Yeah, you're just
anyway.
splashing water at each other. So, all right. So I would like Clyde and Thren, go ahead and give me another boat check.
Dex.
I rolled another 5.
You sure did.
16.
Can I give? Can we say I'm assisting Thranton? And be like, nope, this way, no.
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If you wanna, yeah, you can use the help action.
Yeah,
and
I will help.
grant Thranton advantage. Naoma's trying to coach you.
All right. Here comes another 5. Nope, this one's a 14.
Okay.
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 I was gonna say Echo's just alone out there.
Yeah, Echo and Musharib are actually starting to move their way up river, a bit. And true to all of the word that you guys have heard, even here at the mouth, like actually going out to the sea, it is very docile. It's very, very gentle river. Even here at its widest.
So gentle.
And after a bit, Thranton and Clyde, you guys are able to start synchronizing and are able to catch up.
Bless
So-
you.
Just hear Naoma from the other boat. You hear just Naoma being like, and row, and row, and row, and row.
Look,
But we're not even going that fast.
the coxswain,
Yeah.
the coxswain's position is a
Very
very
important.
important position in a rowing pair. These are actual boat terms.
I don't know what you're
All right,
saying.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Like, real me doesn't know what you're saying.
I know. That's because it's actually true. So,
I don't know about boats.
D&D terms or boats?
so you guys go, and you start paddling, and you're paddling, and you're paddling, and you're able to make some decent pace. With the basically, we're gonna sort of do this Oregon Trail rules, regardless of whether you are boating or on foot. In general, if you are boating, you can move um, relatively faster than if you were on land, just because you're not picking your way through swamps or going around trees and things like that. So you're able to move a bit faster while boating, sort of like a what we're gonna do we're gonna do the Oregon Trail rules. The pace will either be grueling, moderate, or cautious. Slow pace, cautious, and so on and so forth. If you are boating, you are able to move as though you were at a one speed higher on land. So if you're moving at a normal pace on the boat, you'd be a grueling pace if you were walking. Then, and the inverse. So as you start off your day, as you're getting this paddling going, what pace would you like to set?
Moderate.
Moderate.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, you're going at a good, moderate pace, not too stressful, but not exactly just letting the river do all the work, actually making some headway. So we are gonna do. You guys go.
We're
through
headway makers.
Sometimes.
And after a few hours, you are starting. You sort of leave the marshy coastland area behind, and you are now starting to actually paddle your way into the jungle itself.
As we make our
Welcome
way
to the
into the jungle, I am watching both sides of the shoreline or the riverbank, kind of like a hawk, just constantly looking back and forth and still occasionally being like, row, row.
After a couple of hours, I'll be like, I think we got it now, Naomi.
Okay, Naoma, I would like you to go ahead and give me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Do they got it?
Whatever would that be?
Is the boat
19.
moving?
19. Okay.
It's a do they got it check.
All right. So at this point, everything is generally okay. The river is kind of placid. A lot of birds, lot of nature around. Like this is a fully untamed jungle, so you hear birds and bugs and little mammals and lizards and all the wide array of jungle sounds are starting to close in around you as you enter under the canopy.
There's so much nature out here.
And as you guys are going along, you've been going for a couple hours now. And Naoma, you hear as you're scanning and watching the shoreline, you hear what definitely sounds like a bullfrog, but like a big bullfrog.
I'll turn to Threnton and Clyde, be like, there's something big nearby. Can I tell the direction that it's in?
At the response, if there's something big nearby, I'll be like, yeah, me.
There's something
What?
other than you.
I'm gonna high five Threnton.
Boom.
Ducking out of the way.
These high fives could get real dangerous real quick. Yeah, you can tell that it is generally ahead of you.
Okay. We might want to slow down a little bit, but that's your call, Captain.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. So I'll yell to the other boat. I'll be like, Naoma hears something up ahead. Let's slow down a little bit.
I slow down a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
We did it.
And so
Did you say speed up?
paddle like a bastard? All right. So let's see. So at this point, the river is starting to take one of many bends that you fully expect in this journey. And as you start to come around the bend, you see. Actually, everybody go ahead now that you're going at a slow pace. Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
You want me to
Is
roll
this
again? Or
This a sniffing perception?
It can be, because you're not in a toenail-filled hellscape anymore.
13.
Yes, and Naoma. Okay, you rolled again. Cool.
19.
25.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So Clyde's the only one who doesn't see it. But Thranton, you definitely smell a, for lack of a better term, a very froggy smell, like just that wet amphibian sort of stank that they develop after a little while sleeping in the mud all the time. And Naoma and Echo, you see off near one of the banks, you see a couple of sets of froggy eyes coming up, peeking up over the water.
Excuse
You
me.
hear a croak.
That was it.
That was it. I was just
Wow.
helping. I'm helping
The
tell the
immersion
story.
is real.
It's so
Hold on,
good.
wait. Help some more.
ASMR is incredible.
and you definitely spot at least one giant frog off on the riverbank off to that side.
I'll turn to Musharib and be like, is that something we need to be concerned about?
And he'll look over and be like, potentially yes. If it's just the one frog, it's probably fine. But if there are a bunch of frogs and they decide that you're small enough to eat, they can certainly be predatory. So maybe if we stay off to the other side of the bank, or maybe, you know what, actually it's better down the middle. If we stay down the middle, away from the banks, that would probably be the best way to slip by them. The indecision was me, not Musharib.
Yeah,
Just want to
so,
make sure that's clear.
All right, let's stick down the middle of the bank then. Let's not provoke any froggy action that we don't need to.
All right, my paddlers, give me a boat check.
Oh, check. That's just my dex, right?
Yeah, Dex or Strength.
Naoma
13.
is assisting again just by being like,
18
whoa,
Also 13.
whoa.
or
Whoa.
advantage. Yeah, 18.
Okay.
Let's kill it.
All right. So you paddle right over and you kill it. Now, with those rolls, you guys are you're able to keep track pretty well. You know, you don't like just turn a hard left and just go straight into one of the frogs. But no, you keep a pretty good path. You definitely see as you slip by. There's several sets of froggy eyes on the riverbank, all kind of looking inward into the center of the river, just kind of following you.
I guess that's the thing. We didn't end up on the sides.
Yeah, they tend to stick more into the river. The further inland, the less amphibian the creatures get, so it wouldn't necessarily be frogs. But at the same time, we're less likely to run into some of the bigger dinosaurs and such if we do keep to the river. So there are advantages.
So were those
Are there
dinosaurs?
No, those are just frogs.
Are there crocodiles in this river?
Oh yeah. There are.
Good.
How, Musharib, how close are we to? I'm looking at the map. Like Camp Vengeance. How long will it take us to get there from on the river?
All right. So for that, I would like you to make me a check. See. There we go. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
All right, my strong suit. It's actually not that bad. 21.
21. Okay. All right. So if you're looking at the map, you are. Let's see. Which camp are you trying to check against?
Uh, the Camp Vengeance, the one that is still there.
One that's still there. Okay. You are effectively 3 hexes outside Port Nyanzaru.
And it's been how long?
A good chunk of the day. At this point, you're in the afternoon. At this point, slipping towards
Oh
evening.
boy. Okay. 3 hexes. So
Oh yeah.
so right about that first bend in the river.
Yeah, after it gets woody. Yeah.
So I'm guessing probably what, 4 days, 5 days to there?
Yeah, depending. Yeah, I'll say yeah. Doing some head math, it'd be like yeah, depending on how quickly we make it upriver. Barring any delays or accidents or animals or what have you. Yeah, it'll be a few days to get to Camp Vengeance. But if we get there without any incident, we'll be making good time down south.
And can we sleep in these boats? No, we have to pull them on land, right?
Yeah, and you can't really like it's enough room for 3 people to sit. One person could stretch out in a boat, for sure. But
I can meditate in them.
yeah, it's true. But yeah, as far as like actually sleeping in the boat, you definitely couldn't get everybody sleeping in the boat. But as it does creep towards nightfall, it is starting to get dark, and it does definitely get darker quicker here under the canopy than it does back in town. So Mushari will start to say it's like we should probably look for a spot to pull in for the night.
I'll immediately start looking around.
I'll repeat his command, but in like a captainly way. Like, we should find a place to dock for the night.
I'll also repeat it. We should find a place to dock tonight.
I heard you. I'm looking.
And as you guys go down this river, okay, 19 perception. Okay. Which bank are you generally looking to go on? The bank to your right or to your left?
Oh boy. I would say to the right, I think.
Okay.
No, to the left. Left has been explored more.
Like to
It's
your
probably
left.
a little.
To your left.
Yeah,
remember.
going down.
Yeah.
Stream. The left has probably been explored more. So it's probably a little safer. But there is a big skull and crossbones not far from here.
That sounds good. Yeah.
We'll say the left.
Yeah, sounds like the vote's for left. Okay. All right. So after a bit, you find a spot where, like, as the river bends, there is a little bit of a mud bar that comes out a little bit, a little mud beach. So it is a relatively clear spot that you can see, and you can certainly try and pull the canoes out there. And to do so, I would like my paddlers to give me another boat check.
Since Naomi's distracted with doing stuff, I assume I don't have advantage anymore.
That's true.
23.
I guess I would be like pointing it out and being like, no, to the left, to the left, to the right,
Okay.
to the left,
Okay.
little bit to the left, like trying to guide it, but doing poorly.
Okay.
So my first roll was an 11. So
Okay.
Got a
11.
16.
And Clyde, you got 23. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the greatest rower this world has ever seen.
All right. So you guys managed to beach the canoes without incident. You just sort of you turn. You don't run into each other, which is good. Having been on many a Boy Scout canoe outing, watching two boats not hit each other is rare. So you guys managed to do a turn onto the left bank, onto the correct bank, and you push them through until the bows go into the mud a little bit and stop,
We did it.
and you are able to dismount the boats.
Sweet.
I'm tired. Are your guys' arms sore? I got tired just watching you.
I'm in pretty good shape. I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, this is nothing. Perhaps you are weak.
Well, I'm definitely not cut out for paddling for a full day. I can tell you that.
The river did a lot of the work.
It's easier than cutting through flesh and bone with a sword.
All right, so
Good to know. Huh.
you guys pull up, and I would like a full round of survival checks as you guys try and set up camp for the evening. Musharib will point out a good spot, so he'll cover that for you. You know, a place that's a little bit up from the river, dry.
28.
I have advantage on survival.
13.
Nat 20.
Oh ho ho.
I got a
Somebody
6.
was ready.
All right. So Clyde and Thranton, you guys execute your camping prep flawlessly. Is there anything in particular that you do to set up your area or your space, or anything in particular that you guys want to set up?
Fastball special.
I'm gonna set up the cooking apparatuses and tell Naoma that I'm ready for food whenever Naoma is.
As you finish setting up, you look over and I'm like struggling to lay my bedroll out in a flat spot. It's like half on a root.
Okay, I'll come over and help Naoma.
Okay.
Be like, I got it. I'll be there in just a second.
You don't. You clearly don't.
All right. And so, and yeah, you have plenty of time to go ahead and do that. Yeah, like I know what a fastball special is in general, but how the fuck does that have to do with setting up camp?
He rolled a 20, so he can do anything he wants.
Like, Echo, your efforts less stellar. How does much less stellar? Failure stellar. How do you think that? What do you think that looks like for Echo trying to muddle through setting up camp for the first time in his life?
So I think he probably succeeds in getting the bedroll down, but nothing else. Like just out in the open, exposed to the bugs and all the things. And he just kind of lays down on the bedroll, fully believing that his task is complete.
Yep, that checks out. So, there we go. Camp is set.
Yeah, once camp is set,
Yep.
I will turn it around and be like, all right, food?
Yeah, food. Hook me up.
All right, and I will cast create food and water. Oh, we don't have anything to hold the water. Do we have anything to hold the water?
We were banking on Gilded's jug, so
We have some boats. We can fill them with water.
we must have like in our provision kits like water skins.
Yeah.
And I've got a cooking pot and all that. Like,
okay. So yeah, I'm gonna cast create food and water. So it creates 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
Great. I can make this work.
So much food.
It's enough food to sustain 15 people or 5 steeds for 24 hours.
So
So
I'm
we
gonna
have
spend-
way too much food.
Well, I'm going to spend a lot of time making like trail provisions. So this will be snacks for the entire day. This won't just be like meals for the night. This will be getting stuff ready for the whole entire next morning and lunch and until we get to the next day. So it is a lot.
It's enough for 15 people. There's 5 of us.
We'll have extras to barter with the locals. It's fine.
I don't know
It's
what's
also
our
only
hobbits
good.
on.
It's also only good for 24 hours. It spoils after that.
All right, so we'll drop it on the way. It's fine.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of bland food that Thranton has to work with, and I'll fill everyone's water skins up and fill the pot, and fill the pot again.
Why is it
fill the pot
bland?
again? It specifically says it's bland.
Oh,
I have spice. I bought spices though, so
You did buy spices.
sick.
I was ready for this.
All right. So is there anything aside from the cooking and the trying to successfully arrange 45 pounds of food into like the 2 pots that you guys have? What anything else that you guys are doing as you camp out under the stars this evening?
Do we need to do any kind of like defensive measures? I'll talk to Musharib and be like, should we set up any kind of defenses here? Is this anything we should worry about?
It'll be like we should certainly keep a watch for sure. I can certainly take a shift with a watch, just like anybody else. I can certainly keep an eye out in the night.
If he does it for 4 hours, I can do it for the rest of the night.
That is true. That is true. So he definitely recommends putting up watches. Keeping the fire going is also not a terrible idea here. It's not. There isn't anything that will react adversely to fire or be drawn to it specifically.
Do we want to light one of those incense?
Yes,
He
I will
does
light an
re-
incense
yeah,
and
he
I'll
does
hand out
recommend.
all of the bug nets.
Okay. So the incense is lit. So the area, it's definitely like a real solid citronella smell. Like it's just like a hardcore citronella candle, just ready to go. And hardcore, like essence of citronella, because it already is. And you each get a mosquito net. And I would
I
like
will mention that I have spares in case anybody tears theirs or whatever.
I would like another round of survival checks to set those up.
Oh,
To set up the
17.
bug nets?
Oh yeah.
Modified 20.
17.
Okay. 15.
Fix 49 bricks. And survival check. 5 or another nat 20.
Wow.
I'm real good. I'm real good with bug nets.
Okay. So yeah, you guys all ace the bug net check. You're able to, hang them or post them up, or you all find your particular way of doing it. Yeah, Echo. In complete contrast to your otherwise very Spartan sleeping setup, your bug net is hung above your bed impeccably. Like, is there any particular way that you would like to suspend it above you, and like any special thing that you'd like to do to it?
No, I think that just putting it together very correctly is enough for me.
Okay. So yeah, you have it.
That's a reward in itself.
Yeah, you have it staked in.
Job well done.
It's nice and taut. It goes exactly as far to the ground as it needs. It doesn't overhang. It doesn't have a gap. All of the corners are tight and neat. It is perfect.
Perfect.
And
And I'm setting mine up directly next to Naoma's, so that way the two of ours combine into one mega net.
Super net.
That's a strategy. That is a definite strategy.
So that way we have more room to work, like
Yeah.
move around, and
More of a screen tent situation.
yeah.
Definitely a solution. All right. So with that, we'll start the night. So how do we want to do watches this first evening?
I'll take the first 2 hours because I'll be up cooking, and then Mushari can take over for 2, and then Clyde can take the last.
And actually, before I go to bed, I'm gonna cast Aid on Echo, Thranton, and Clyde. Just to use the spell slot up, and for the 8 hours we are asleep, you will have
Aid.
your current hit points increases by 5,
Okay.
and you gain that many, and then it'll go away when we long rest. When we finish the long rest.
All right. I get that.
Okay, so sorry, what was the order? Threatens the first couple hours, and
Then
then
Mushari, and then
Then I'm good for the
Clyde will
rest of the
take
night.
over the rest of the night after his meditation.
And I have dark vision.
that's
I have
actually
super dark gloom vision.
something I gotta double check. Here we go. Okay, yes. Good news. Musharib, as an albino dwarf, also has dark vision.
Sweet.
So good choice there.
Well, I also have umbral sight.
Yeah, you have crazy dark vision.
The craziest dark vision.
So, all right. So, Threaten, as you are cooking, doing your thing for the first couple hours, I would like you to go ahead and make me a perception check while you are on watch.
All right, I'm gonna leave it up to you to if I'm smelling anything.
Okay.
So for now, perception check is going to start with a 9.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I would say in this case, yeah, there is a potential for smell.
Okay. How about an 11?
Okay. We're good. So Musharib is gonna go ahead and he's gonna make a perception. His perception is decent. Okay. So
Perception is trash.
so Thranton, everything is you do your couple hours. Musharib is will relieve you at a point, and he'll take up a position on the opposite side of the fire from the river, looking outward into the jungle, and he'll just kind of park there. He'll have another little piece of bone or wood or something, and he's just kind of idly carving it while he's on watch. And you go to bed. Everybody's sleeping. Clyde's meditating. And about an hour or two into Musharib's watch, he will go around and he will wake up each of you quietly. He'll just be like, so he'll say, who gets woke up first? We will just do around that way. Okay. Naoma, he will go and wake you up first. He'll just kind of like through the mosquito net and kind of nudge you a bit and be like, shh, wake up, wake up. There's something out here.
And I'll get up and try to take a look around immediately.
Okay. I forget.
Imagine
Do
that'd be-
you
I have dark vision of 60 feet.
You do. Okay. And all right, so yeah, is you and now it's and because you're right there, Threaten. Yeah, Mushari, he'll have like walked around the net and he'll be going to poke you as well. Be like, Shh, get it, wake up, quiet. There's something out here.
Okay. I'll get up and I'll grab my shield and I'm going to. Yeah, that's nothing else for now.
Okay, and you do not have dark vision, right?
I'm looking right now. I do not believe I do.
Okay. Then he'll move over to Clyde. Same sort of thing as you're sitting meditating. He'll be like, I guess awaken. Uh, there's someone out here. I don't know how you work.
All right, I stand up and then I stealth.
All right.
20.
And
Mod
then
20.
and then he'll go and wake up Clyde. Not Clyde. Echo. He'll Echo. What form are you when you went to sleep?
Erica,
Okay, still an Aarakocra. Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll wake you up like, all right, bird, wake up. There's something out here.
Oh, okay.
Just
And-
calls you bird.
That's fine.
Oi,
and
bad.
Rabbit.
I forget. Do you have dark vision?
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna actually write this down.
We lit a fire, right?
You did.
So there
It's
is some light from the
yeah,
fire.
there is some light. It's not like a raging bonfire at this point, but it is still it's still going. It's still being a fire, still emanating some dim light that those of you without dark vision, if you're within a certain radius of the fire, you can see, no problem. But outside that, it's pitch black jungle. So I would like everybody to go ahead, now that you're all awoken, go ahead and make me a round of perception checks.
I am sniffing the air,
13.
and I've got a 17.
Okay.
Also have a 17.
A 20.
Okay. All right.
I've rolled next to my 20 the last two rolls.
So I would say everybody in this instance, Thranton through smell, and Clyde, you do get a little bit of a buff to this because you are in a dark. It's a jungle. It's not quite a normal forest that you're used to, but it is a dark, dank forest. So you have a little bit of a buff on this one. So everybody detects the presence of several reptilian forms that are out in a ring around the edge of the campfire, kind of crouched low and waiting. Most of you can't quite make out the shapes super well. Clyde, you're able to see that they are some kind of giant lizard. And
We're getting attacked by raptors.
maybe.
I'm gonna try and stealthily sneak up on the flank of one of them.
All right. You can try. In the open cover around a campfire at night. And let's
I have a
see.
thing for that.
Do you?
Maybe. Let's see. I have. I have Mask of the Wilds.
What does that do?
You can attempt to hide even when you are only lightly obscured.
Okay, you are not obscured at all.
Okay.
You're standing next to a campfire. So
But I stealthed earlier, right?
Well, yeah, you went to bed.
No. When I stood up, I
Oh,
stealthed.
Yeah, you stealth, but you're standing next to a fire.
Well, what else is around? There's a camp, so
Yeah, there's not much. You're in a little clearing, unless you actively wanted to go run back and hide behind a tree or something, which you gotta explain If you just stealth and stand there, you're still just standing there motionless like Drax.
Okay.
So you may not catch casual notice, but if anybody actually looks at you, they'll see you.
Well, do they? There's no like, no one has tents and stuff set up.
No, you guys just have bug
It's
nets.
all bug nets.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna try and creep to the edge of the light towards some like bushes or hedges.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'd say you can slowly make your way over to the edge of the clearing there and get into some of the underbrush.
Okay.
And
I'm going to give everyone except Mushari bless as Clyde is starting to walk away.
okay. So Clyde, as you get into the bush and you get in and you crouch in, you look to your right. There's a lizard face looking right at you.
Say it. Say it.
Clever girl.
And that's where we're actually going to put a pause on the evening.
Oh.
So
Commercial break.
commercial break.
Jungle Cruise. See it.
Jungle Cruise in theaters
See it in
at
theaters.
some time.
I hope you've enjoyed our Jungle Cruise.
Speaking of Jungle Cruises, there's a movie about one of these.
And it's about the length of our cast today.
Yes.
What I like to do after a long day of role playing at Jungle Cruise is go watch the Jungle Cruise at my favorite local theater.
Which for us
Local
is-
theaters, you can sponsor us.
So it's a drive-in.
It's a drive-in for us.
Yeah, we don't have a local theater
Flagship.
anymore.
Yeah.
Flagship.
Flagship.
Falmouth.
We do have flagship Falmouth.
Yeah, Flagship in Falmouth. So thank you, Flagship in Falmouth, for staying open.
For existing. Yeah.
Thank
If you
you for
want to
your
sponsor us.
sponsorship.
Yeah, if you would like to sponsor us, again, happily accept that. I've honestly had good times at Flagship Cinemas, so I would not mind shilling for you at all. But no, we're gonna call it for the evening there. Right at the cusp of the first actual combat for this game, for this
This raptor's
campaign.
about to
Something.
bite my
Wow.
face off.
And I'm gonna have to actually take a note on that. Clyde
There's a reptile face right in mine.
plus lizard. All right. I'll know what that means.
Clyde Heart Lizard.
Clyde Heart Lizard. So.
Right, clever girl next to it.
That should be clear enough.
It's yeah. So as we mentioned before, we are going to be taking a break for next week. So we will not have a D&D stream next week. We may do something else in lieu. Pokemon
9 parchments.
9 Parchments or Pokemon
Ooh.
Unite came out. And
Oh, yeah.
that's actually I've actually been having a lot of fun in that one, surprisingly. I'm not I'm glad to see a MOBA that's, League light, and is actually pretty fun so far. But yeah, no, I would be happy diving back into 9 Parchments. It has been a minute. Either way, they're games I already own, so love that. But so we will organize that as we go on, and we'll certainly announce anything like that that's happening on the Twipper as that develops. So I would like to make another mention. Legitimately, we joked about sponsors a lot, but we are honestly friends with Gemhammer and Sons Gaming. So please do go check them out. Gemhammer.com. What is? Let's see. Gemhammer.com.
We are friends with both Gemhammer and the Sons.
And their sons. But yeah, go to gemhammer.com. Shop the site. They have a lot of cool stuff. They're actually coming out with another source book very soon. They just announced one. I should have had this. Should have had this queued up. I'm the worst PR guy ever. It's honestly, it is called Rolock's Guide to Violence. A tome of
sounds
combat
sick.
and weaponry for 5th edition. So it's got
I need to talk to them about blood wrestling.
look at Gemhammer Gaming on Twitter. Like they're real responsive.
I have an episode for you guys to watch.
But yeah, like new combat systems, new class options, new feats, new weapon types, new armor types, like bunch of cool stuff. That'll be coming out in that when that comes out. Obviously, more info for that on gemhammer.com. But yeah, if you do decide to purchase or pre-order anything, and you use the code PowerWordCasual on checkout, you get 10% off, and I get a kickback. So, you know,
It's good for all of us.
it's good for everybody. Yeah.
Well, not me, but
Yeah.
it's good for Ian.
It's good for us.
It's still good for you guys. Like the code is available to everyone on the stream. So
True.
Wow.
So
Me too?
just- you too. You too can get the savings. The deal. Wow. What a.
What a deal.
What it is, the deal.
So yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff coming out. They're really cool guys. So definitely check that out. But in the meantime, we don't have anything else scheduled for a bit. So
Finger crossbows.
finger crossbows.
Panel's over.
Yeah, panel's over. Clear the room. Go enjoy another stream. But yeah, I hope everybody has a nice night. Has a nice time. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Night.
Bye.